Hey, it's day 224. Last Signs. Zaid bin Sunnah was a rather knowledgeable rabbi. He had read about the signs of the coming prophet in books. He had seen that the signs mentioned in those books were to be found in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There were two more signs that he wanted to see before he believed in his prophethood. One was that in that prophet gentleness should overcome his passion and anger. The other was if rude and ignorant behavior were displayed towards him, he should be able to respond calmly and gracefully. Carefully, he started to observe the prophet from afar. One day, when the prophet was walking with Ali, a man stopped them. With a begging tone in his voice, he said, "O Messenger of Allah, there is famine and drought in our village. People are hungry. Could you help us, please?" The Prophet turned to Ali and said, "O Ali, what do we have to give him?" Ali's voice was quivering. He said, "O Messenger of Allah, we have nothing to give them." Rabbi Zaid, who was watching them from afar, thought that this was a good opportunity, and he immediately participated in the conversation. "I have some stuff that I can lend you," he said. But he had a condition and said, "You have to give it back at a certain time." The Prophet accepted Zaid's condition. They made an agreement. Zaid went away and returned with the goods. The Prophet took them and sent them with the men to the village where there was a famine and drought. A little time passed. The Prophet was again returning from somewhere with Umar and some other companions. This time, Rabbi Zaid stopped them. His purpose was, by being rude and harsh, to make the Prophet angry. This way, he was going to test whether he was a prophet or not. He got hold of the Prophet's jacket and shook him. He said, "Quick, O Muhammad, pay back your loan. I know you. You would ask for a loan and then you would not pay it back." But the date to pay the loan had not even arrived. Umar, who saw this rude behavior, roared with anger. "Are you telling the Prophet of Allah these words that I'm hearing? By Allah, if I was not in his presence, I would know what to do with you." In the face of this response from Umar, the rabbi lost his nerve and took a step back, but the Prophet was very calm and quiet. He turned to Umar and said, "O Umar, you should have gently advised me to pay back my loan, and you should have advised him to ask nicely. Now, take him with you and pay him what belongs to him. Give him also an extra cup of dates because you scared him." Umar did as he was told. He also gave him some extra dates as the Prophet had instructed. Rabbi Zaid had seen how calm the Prophet was, although he had been very rude and acted grossly. He realized that there could be no one in the whole world better than him when it came to courtesy and gentleness. He had found the last signs that he was looking for. Such a man could only be the Prophet. He was trembling with excitement and soaring aloft with happiness. Right then, he took the Shahada and became a Muslim.